everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss 7 reasons why you do not want to move to Charlotte. So I'm sure a lot of you have been seeing all the Charlotte is amazing video, right? The booming economy, the beautiful greenways, the craft breweries that we have. We have an NFL team, we have an NBA team, major soccer league. I love soccer, so of course I had to put that out there. We even have baseball league and a hockey team. On paper, Charlotte looks good. We are the second banking hub after New York. We have one of the busiest airports in the country, a great place for business and travel. But let's be real for a second. Charlotte has few serious cracks beneath the surface that I want to unpack in today's video. In today's video, we are diving into 7 reasons why Charlotte may not be the dream destination as it appeared to be. And if you stick around to the end, I will share a few alternative cities you might want to consider and still have access to all Charlotte amenities. Now, before we dive in, let's take a 3 seconds to hit that subscribe button, tap the like if this content speaks to you, and drop a comment with your thought on Charlotte. It helped me bring you real talk on Charlotte, and it also helped me with this video as well too. So I have my coffee, I have my water, and I'm ready. So 3 seconds to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's dive into 7 reasons why you do not want to move to Charlotte, North Carolina. So let's kick it off with the biggest one. Reason number 1, the affordability here in Charlotte is fading. Charlotte used to be a more affordable alternative to nearby cities such as Atlanta, DC, but that is changing very, very fast. According to a recent article, Charlotte is now the 39th most busiest rental market in the US, with the average bedroom apartment around $1,470 a month. So that is almost $1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. I remember a little bit a decade ago, 1-bedroom apartment was at $600. We were paying $600, my wife and I, for a 1-bedroom apartment. Now it is $1,500 for a 1-bedroom apartment. The median home sales price here in Charlotte is about $400,000. So I run a little bit of number just to see. At the current mortgage rate of 6.5%, that is about $2,500 just for your principal and interest. Now you add taxes, insurance, and HOA fee, you are well above $3,000 a month mark in your mortgage payment. What used to be a selling point, low cost of living, is now becoming truly a deal breaker. A lot of newcomers are stretching their budget. Long-term residents are struggling to keep up. So Charlotte overall is not what it used to be when it comes to cost of living, when it comes to being affordable. Now, Charlotte may still be cheaper compared to some of the metro area, but the gap is closing in very, very fast. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you about Charlotte may not be a place to move to, and consider some other alternative. Reason number 2, the infrastructure and traffic in Charlotte. Charlotte population is booming, okay? In just over 1 year, from July 2023 to July 2024, over 30,000 people moved to Mecklenburg County. That's a lot of people. Now, the challenge is the infrastructure hasn't caught up with the move, with all those people. The roads are maxed out, traffic is constant, there are new development every corner. I mean, there's apartment build, new subdivision pop up faster than the solution that is they need to do to take care of it. And just for a piece of advice, if you are a newcomer, avoid I-77 and I-85 south at all costs after 2 p.m. Okay? I don't get on I-85 going south after 2 p.m. and I do my best to avoid I-77 after 3 p.m. So I just wanted to put those in parentheses and let you know how bad it is, those 2 highways after 3 p.m. That's just how bad the traffic is in Charlotte. Now, neighborhoods are expanding, but basic service like road maintenance, public utilities, and zoning, they are lacking behind. The city is playing catch up, and honestly, I don't think the city is catching up at all. They are losing, to be honest with you. So because of that reason, I still put Charlotte give Charlotte a big L, why not move to Charlotte. So that is, reason number 2, why I would say perhaps you may not want to consider Charlotte, because there's too much going on in Charlotte and the city is struggling to catch up. So if you want looking to move and still want that peace of mind, perhaps you may want to consider some other alternative. Reason number 3, we are moving along. The public transportation gaps here in Charlotte is crazy, okay? So if you are one coming from large cities such as New York or DC and hoping to get around without a car here in Charlotte, good luck, okay? Yes, we have got the light rail, the public bus system, but the coverage is very limited. If you are not living right along the rail line, you'll be driving pretty much everywhere you go. You'll be driving a lot. Also, with the rising in rideshare cars, getting around is not cheap either. So for a city this size, the lack of a reliable public transportation, comprehensive transit is surprising and a big pain point for student, commuter, and anyone thinking of or trying to save money on gas. Even the parking is another thing too now in Charlotte, where before you used to go uptown Charlotte and park with no issue. Now you can't even find a parking uptown Charlotte anymore. So that alone is another issue that we'll discuss in another video about uptown Charlotte. And as Charlotte continues to grow, this gap is only becoming more frustrating. So if you're one who rely heavily on public transportation, perhaps you may want to think twice before moving to Charlotte. So that was reason number 3 why you don't want to move to Charlotte. Hope you found this video helpful on those 3 reasons. If you have any comment, if you have any thought, please leave your comment behind. I'll read all my comments. If you have any question, feel free to give me a call. But let's get into reason number 4, and even public education. So that has been a big thing in Charlotte for a long time. If you're a family member with kids, you know how it is here in Charlotte with the uneven public education. Charlotte Mecklenburg has some excellent schools, but the quality of those schools varies widely depending on your zip code and where you live, okay? Some schools, some neighborhoods have top ranked, well-funded public school. Others face overcrowding, underfunding, and low performance score. Yes, let's just rip the band-aid and say how it is. Now, if you're a parent, that puts a ton of pressure on picking the right neighborhood. But here is the thing. Those zones often come with much higher home price, okay? Those neighborhoods come with much higher home price. So you gotta be ready to pay the price. If you can afford to live in those good districts, your educational option will shrink, okay? It is a major equity issue and one that doesn't line up with the city opportunity field image. So that is a big point for parents, family moving to Charlotte. You want to do your homework, you want to do your research about education. If education is key, you move here for education for your kid, you want to do your homework, okay? I have 3 kids from 4 to 12 and education is very important to us. So that is one thing that we take in consideration making move. So I hope I got the point through on that 4th reason why not move to Charlotte. Now let's go into reason number 5, the lack of diversity here in Charlotte. Yes, Charlotte feels diverse on paper, right? But when you are here, you notice there is still a gap in when it comes to diversity. Or compared to cities like Houston, Atlanta, or even DC, the mix of background, language, and culture is not as present on a day-to-day, okay? Having lived up north, I remember going to Chinatown in Boston or visiting Little Africa in Tacoma Park in Maryland. Now in Charlotte, that richness is quite not visible, especially food, culture, and neighborhood identity. Now, some part of the city feels surprisingly homogeneous, and if you are someone who thrives in multicultural environment, Charlotte may not yet scratch that itch, okay? The diversity part of Charlotte is getting there. Personal opinion is not there, fully there yet. There's still a little bit of gap when it comes to Charlotte being fully diverse. So that was reason number 5 why I say do your research, do your homework before moving to Charlotte. Let me take some drink. Reason number 6, the rising crime and safety concern here in Charlotte. Now let's talk a little bit about safety. Like many fast-growing cities, Charlotte has seen an uptick in crime, okay? It is not just property crime. violent incidents are rising too. Just last weekend during the Taste of Charlotte Festival, an event meant to bring the community together, there was a shooting in broad daylight, okay, around families that were there gathering around enjoying the Taste of Charlotte. That is realistic, okay? This is not to say Charlotte is a dangerous place across the board, but it is a serious reality check. If you are thinking of moving here, you will want to do your research. Do some research on neighborhood carefully, do some research on area carefully, do your street by street research. But yes, the violence here in Charlotte is rising. The crime is on the rise, and that is a reality that one has to face in a city that is growing, that is booming. It's just something that you can avoid. It is part of growth, okay? But I just wanted to put it out there and let you know that that is a concern, and that is one you wouldn't want to consider as part of your strategy moving to Charlotte, or put it as part of your plan moving to Charlotte. Overall, the city is working on solution. You hear a lot of news conference with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, but the data speak for itself. Just be aware. Now, let's talk about the last reason why you do not want to move to Charlotte. Reason number 7, the lack of historic charm. Okay, Charlotte is a modern, clean, and business-forward city. But charming, a little debatable. Okay, yeah, it is debatable. Unlike cities such as Charleston, Savannah, Charlotte does not have any deep historic character. Okay. Much of the city feels recently built, big box stores, corporate development, and a lot of cookie cutter neighborhood. Sure, there are older pockets with personality, but they are very, very limited. If you are drawn to the cobblestone streets, independent shop, and historic architecture, Charlotte may leave you wanting more. The city works, but it does not always inspire. In my opinion, Charlotte is still a little bland. Now, should you still move to Charlotte? Charlotte still has a lot going on, okay? It is growing fast, has a solid job market, and it is a hub for sport and businesses. But the challenges are real, and with the growth, there's always challenges. Rising costs, transportation concern, uneven school, safety concern, they all add up. So is Charlotte the right move? For some, yes, but if you're expecting that vibrant, affordable, well-connected city, you may want to look again. Take your time, do some research. Most of it all, know what you are signing up for. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this video helpful. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. Drop me a comment to talk to me about Charlotte, and stay tuned for my next video.